way down south in California, only about 15 miles from the Mexico border. And that's Interstate 8, I-8, behind me. And we just parked because we're gonna hike to this amazing old abandoned railroad trestle. Okay, it's supposed to be a really amazing, the world's highest freestanding wooden trestle. It crosses this canyon. I've seen pictures of it online. It looks amazing. And then there's a bunch of abandoned train cars and tunnels, and it's supposed to be a bunch of really cool stuff. I mean, you can see that this train track has been abandoned for quite some time. There's my sister up ahead. Okay, wow, hiking down the tracks a little bit, we come across this entire abandoned train. Holy cow. Now, you can see that I am definitely not the first person to hike out and look at this thing. I think it's a pretty popular destination for urban explorers and railroad buffs in this area, and also apparently graffiti artists. But wow, it's pretty cool. I think we should go up inside it. Well, what do you say? Let's see, look, here's the stairs. Just like, looks like an Amtrak train maybe? Because it has a upstairs, right? Like a commuter train. All aboard. Grab the pole here. Alright, wow, holy cannoli, you guys. I know I say that a lot, but this is a trip. This train doesn't even look that old. I mean, you tell me. This upholstery is like, oh, you can see it better here in the light. Orange vinyl. I mean, it doesn't look modern, like 2000s, but maybe 80s, 90s, I don't know. But holy cow, look, there's a, look at the upstairs too. Hey, guess what? We could go upstairs. Watch. Stairs right here. Oh, wow. Yikers. Check it out. Holy cricaroni, you guys. Now we're upstairs. Oh, I've never been on the upper deck of a train before. It's kind of spooky, especially if this thing was moving and you're trying to walk along. But look how cozy. Like knee to knee with the person you're with. Kind of like close quarters. And then there's this central thing here that I guess you put your baggage on. Oh, look, here's seats that are facing this way. Wow, what a trip. And then look at all this garbage in here. You can see people have been, you know, up to their usual tricks. Eating Cheetos and drinking beer. Wow, I mean, there's just all kinds of interesting graffiti in here. Like, oh man, look at this one. Never grow up. Yeah, I can definitely get on board with that statement. Growing up is for the birds. And look at this little eyes peeping. It's so cute. Oh, let's just keep going through the train, man. We'll just keep walking. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to speak. Look, here's where the two cars met. And that rubber stuff is still there. What do you call that? Wow. Interesting. Holy cow, this is real spooky, actually. I don't feel spooked out in a lot of abandoned places I go. But there's something very haunting about this. So interesting. Wow. Oh, wow, look what's up here. I have no idea what that means. I don't think anybody does. The person who wrote it probably had no idea. Dang, look, a lot of these stickers look pretty new. Oh, look, railroad buffs. Aw, cute. I bet railroad buffs love this. I mean, I guess I'm kind of a railroad buff myself. I like trains. Holy wow, this is so weird, just walking through car after car. Oh wow, look at this. It's like a table. Ah, I wonder why. Oh, this one has a table too. Oh, cool. Classy. Maybe I had to pay more for those seats if you wanted to work or whatever. Wow. Let's keep going through. And the light is really cool in this old abandoned train. Look. There's Putin again. He's everywhere. Watching us. I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I got no privacy. Oh. Wow, look here. You can see in the old electrical box. All the switches. Yikes. Oh, speaking of yikes, look. Somebody left their work boots. They're pretty nice work boots. And they're Dickies. Yikes. Maybe it was Will. Will, what happened to you, Will? Did you get taken up by the rapture? Yikers. Alright, keep going through these. I don't know how many train cars there are here. It just goes on and on. This was a long train. I mean, as far as I know, I don't know what year these train tracks were shut down, but... Or I guess we're kind of like on a little spur. I don't know. I guess I should have done more research into the history of this, but cell phone coverage was pretty spotty while we camped. Oh, look. My life is my message. Yep, pretty much. How about this one? I do not belong in this world. How do I leave? Well, if you really need to ask that, I can't help you. Pretty straightforward. Just jump off the train, brother. Oh, wow. Actually, I shouldn't make jokes like that because my dad committed suicide by jumping in front of a train. I'm not kidding. It was actually really horrible. I don't know, he was just depressed all his life. He had bipolar disorder, and he just couldn't take it one day, and he stepped in front of the Amtrak train in the town where he lived and died and held up the commuter train for quite a while they did the investigation. So he inconvenienced a lot of people, and I'm sure they were really upset about it, but guess what? They weren't as upset about it as he was and as his wife was and the rest of us. So next time you start complaining about some jumper holding up traffic, think about that. Okay, it looks like we're finally getting to the end of the train here. You can see the daylight here out I guess this would have been the caboose. Oh, wow. Now it's just sort of parked up against this wooden... I'm not sure what this is. Let's figure out a way to climb down. Oh, look, it's actually connected to this wooden thing. The wooden thing's... Oh, it's I think this wooden thing is a rail car, because look. Isn't that... Huh, I don't know. I need to climb down, and then I'll get a shot from the side, and we'll be able to see more. But look how cool this is. This rail spur just dead ends in those boulders there. I mean, even without there being this amazing abandoned railroad here, this desert is so friggin' beautiful. It's worth hiking just for the beauty of it. Look at that old trestle there. Okay, now we'll look at it from the outside. Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen anything like that. This flatbed car, or whatever you'd call that. I don't know any railroad terminology, sorry. This flatbed car with this wooden thing on it, and then the train is hitched to it. It's weird. I wonder, or maybe they were just carrying that wooden thing somewhere. But yeah, look at the outside of the train. Holy crike, talk about graffiti. It's pretty good stuff. I'm a big fan of well-executed graffiti. You know, like when it's really colorful like that. I know there's probably a lot of railroad buffs who hate it because they feel like it's messing up the vintage vibe of the train itself. And that is kind of true to an extent, but I don't know. It's still kind of pretty. Look here, there's a bunch of old railroad ties just stacked up on the side. Oh, look, they even tagged up the railroad ties. Poker. See, that kind of graffiti I'm not a huge fan of. Just tagging, it's boring. Wow, this is a trip, you guys. I've seen a lot of abandoned stuff, but I've never seen a whole abandoned train like this. It's really neat. I mean, I'll just do like a little pano for you to show you. It's long. Wow, look at this trestle. So cool. Yeah, my sister was saying she read some history about that train line, and supposedly that line was abandoned, or service was stopped on it in the 50s or 60s, but that upholstery looked like it was of a much more recent vintage than the 50s or 60s. So I'm guessing maybe they just didn't want that train anymore and just parked it there to get rid of it. It's crazy. Wow, look, we're down in this wash under this trestle. It's so cool. But this trestle ain't nothing compared to what we're hiking to. We're hiking to the world's tallest freestanding wooden trestle, okay? And it's gonna make this look like peanuts. Okay, we're coming up on some kind of tunnel now. Whoa, look at this cool railroad tunnel. It's made out of big giant timbers. The whole thing is just lined. I guess they blasted into this mountain rather than go over it or around it. The fastest way, go through. So they blasted a tunnel through and then shored it up with these giant timbers. Which, by the way, I can't imagine how far these timbers had to be trucked in from, because there's certainly no trees of this size anywhere around here. I mean, we're in the, I guess, Sonoran Desert or Chihuahuan Desert. I'm not sure what the desert down here is called, but it doesn't have any trees like that, okay? Aren't those redwood? I'm not sure. Wow. All right, coming out the other side of this tunnel, back out into the daylight. But that was super cool. Loved it. Look at this. Here's the outside, the way they shored it up. It's pretty cool. You see those giant timbers. Holy moly, what a trip. Come back out here and show you guys a little bit better what we just came through. Woo! Okay, we came to another trestle. I mean, this hike basically just goes through a canyon, and there's going to be a bunch of bridges and trestles to walk across. But it's really fun. I mean, as long as you don't have vertigo and look over the edge or look down below you. It's pretty cool. Uh-oh. Look what's ahead. More abandoned railroad cars. How did these get all the way out here? Wow. Look, the San Diego Desert Train Hitters were here. Huh, guess we might as well climb aboard and see what's in this one. Grab a hold of this handle. Ooh, spooky. Door. Oh, looks kind of... Oh, wow, look at this one. This one looks even older than the first one we've been in. But look over here. Here's the electrical stuff. I don't know what that is, but someone's probably interested in seeing it. Probably some guy who's like circuit breakers out there, right? Well, look how cool this old Formica is on these cabinets. It's really neat. Look. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Pull out power switch before working on unit. And then this looks like... Oh, maybe that's where the fire extinguisher was mounted. Because there's this weird little, like, drain down there. I thought it was like a water fountain or something. I don't know what that was. But yeah, I do really like this. Cool Formica. Looks real old-timey, like 60s or something, right? Huh. Because the upholstery in this one looks older to me as well, right? Doesn't this look old? This looks like 50s or 60s or something. Older than the other one anyways. Wow. So creepy walking through these abandoned train cars. Like, I feel like I can almost hear the echoes of conversations past. I don't know what city this train was from or who wrote it. Oh, the door. Let's see if we can open it. Oh, sure can. Oh, wow, look, we gotta go to the next car. So cool. Like, yikes. Can you imagine doing this while the train's in motion? Well, I guess when the train was in motion, that little gate was up and there was some kind of a gasket or something. Oh, no. Huh, anyways, no smoking car, guys. Put out your cigarettes. Go into this car. Yikes. Look at this. Whoa, some of this graffiti. Avenues. And then there's a bunch of mushrooms. Hey! Oh my god, you guys. I'm a light nerd, and the light in here is so beautiful. This would be a great place to do nude photos. Or any kind of photos, not necessarily nudes, but I always think in terms of nudes because that's how I make my living. Look. Oh, French. Maybe this thing was from Canada. Montreal. Oh, look. AMT. Agence Métropolitaine de Transport. Quebec. Oh, man. What the heck? What the heck? From Quebec? I don't know. How does this Quebec train end up in, well, the desert east of San Diego? That's a trip. It's really interesting, though, but it's definitely from Quebec. I mean, we saw on that little sticker, and then look at this. Tells you all about the emergency exits and everything in French, so. Trousse médical. I don't speak French, so I'm sure my pronunciation's terrible. Trousse médical means trauma kit. Stretcher is a civière et porte-voix. Oh man, what do I know? Oh wait, civière is a stretcher. Porte-voix is a megaphone. Oh, that makes sense, like portable voice. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I never did study French. I learned German when I was a kid because I grew up in Germany. And then the rest of my childhood was in California, so I learned Spanish. French wasn't really on my radar. Wow, this is a trip, you guys. This footage. Just walking down this row in this abandoned old train, and here's the end. Let's see what's outside. Zootalera! I do not know what this train from Quebec was doing down here, but that is a trip. Wow, look down here in this canyon. It's an old box car. I wonder how that ended up down there. Look. Holy cow. Sorry for my crummy digital zoom. I'm just shooting this with my cell phone. That's terrifying when you look at it, because I'm assuming it's somehow tumbled all the way down from the tracks there. Or maybe it came down this side from where I'm standing from here. Yikes, that's quite a tumble. Wow, look down there. It's like tons of rusted old pipes. They just threw it down there, and then there's these nasty 50-gallon, 55-gallon barrels that were probably full of some toxic grossness. Yay, the railroads. And then look over here. Just tons of old, look at these giant rebar. Sorry, it's kind of windy and I forgot my microphone, so apologies for the wind noise. Dang, look at all this. And then look back there, there's a bunch of old timbers piled up, burned up actually. And then, whoa, I don't know what that tunnel was, but yikes. Looks like the train went through here. This landscape, all the cactus and rocks, it reminds me of the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad roller coaster at Disneyland. It almost doesn't look real. But look at this, it's all concreted over, I guess, to stop those boulders from falling. Oh yeah, because right back there, I don't know if you can see, we just passed the spot there where a bunch of boulders fell off onto the track, and it's totally blocking the track. So maybe that's why they concreted all this, to stop that from happening. Ah, it's a trip. It's kind of spooky looking. Yikes, going to this tunnel. Ooh, it's gonna be real spooky in here, guys. Hope you're ready for it. Can't even see the other end. I don't even know if this goes through. I see a tiny little light down there. I think that's my sister. So if she went ahead, then... Oh wow, look, it's all concreted over in here. So interesting. It's like being inside a lava tube. But this was created by man. I mean, say what you will, but this whole engineering project definitely is a testament to the willpower of man. He will stop at nothing to drive his rail lines through. Oh my God, you guys, it is so spooky inside this railroad tunnel. Yikes, and it goes on for a while. Whoop. Wow, look, halfway through this tunnel, we came across this pile of, well, I thought it was bags of cement or concrete, but it's carbon steel fibers. You can see it sparkling. Shine your light down here. Look at that. It's these little tiny, I don't even know if I want to touch it. I'm not sure if it's bad for you or what, but it's these little metal shavings that maybe they added it to the concrete to make it even stronger. It's so weird. And it's just bags and bags of it piled up in here. It's got to be worth money. Whew. All right, finally getting towards the end of this tunnel. This was long, you guys. I don't know, I want to say this tunnel was at least 1/4 of a mile, it seemed like. Really spooky, but the light at the end of the tunnel is here. Hey, listen, if you have problems with depression or you ever find yourself in a funk, make a note of what time in the video we are at, and you can just watch this part, and it'll get you through your dark days. You know, they go, oh, don't worry, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Well, we just passed through 1/4 mile of darkness. And at times it was kind of spooky, and at times it seemed like we'd never get to the end, and at times there were piles of litter left behind. But guess what? We finally did. We got to the end, back into the beautiful daylight. Yay! Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. Well, actually, they're not clear. It's still overcast, but we're back out in the open. We conquered the tunnel. We conquered our fears. Good job, everybody. And looking back, it really wasn't that scary after all. All right, we're coming through the last tunnel here, and I think we're almost at this giant trestle. The Goat Canyon Trestle, that's what this thing is called, and it's supposedly the world's tallest freestanding railroad trestle. Or wooden railroad trestle, I'm not sure if that's a qualifier. You can look it up, Goat Canyon Trestle. Okay, wow, there it is. Again, I don't know exactly how many feet high this is, but it's supposed to be the highest in the world. And this railroad was actually built, you can see it goes along quite a ways in the distance. This railroad was built, I think back in 1919, to go from San Diego to Yuma, Arizona. Take the 310 to Yuma. Ooh, all right, I'm gonna go out onto the middle of this trestle bridge and give you guys a view looking down. I think I'm almost to the middle. Go a little bit farther. You guys afraid of heights? Because by the way, look, this is what's below us. I am not afraid of heights, so this isn't really freaking me out, but wait till I'll look right over the edge and see how that does me. Now, I know I have a lot of people tell me I should have a drone, and I'm not really a big drone person, but a drone would be really sick right here. Okay, look. That's the view. We're looking out over this canyon, and it goes down pretty far below us. And then I'm not sure you can see down. There's all kind of layers. There's my feet, then there's the metal grate, and then there's all these wooden timbers that go down, which you saw from the side view that I just shot. So here we are. Whew, that was 7 miles. It is time to take a break, sit here on the bridge, and have a snack before packing up and hiking back. But 7 miles each way, 14 round trip. It's easy, it's flat, and it's definitely worth doing. This was a really interesting hike.